Anzac Day March, and it's, I would imagine, something like the 60th, or I don't know when it started exactly.
I think it's getting closer.
It's something like the 60th one anyway. And of course, one of the dilemmas that's happening is that a lot of the ranks are thinning because people get older, and that's put a dilemma in for the RSL in that their original intention for the Anzac Day March was really that comrades could get together and march and remember the fallen. And as those ranks thin, you know, naturally their descendants have started marching in the marches I do. And the RSL recently has sort of said they're not too keen about that. The people that are in the march aren't wearing particularly you know, dress uniform or anything, or good clothes, and in fact some of them, they've said, are trying to draw attention more to themselves than the meaning of the march. Yeah, in fact, something I've noticed myself over the last few years that is that a lot of the bands now are more the bands that are jet fighters. Something that I've noticed lately, a lot of the bands that are included in the march are more the bands you would see maybe at American football matches and things, which I actually like. I think they're fantastic to watch. But it is a fact that the whole scene is changing. Question, I guess, is what happens to the march eventually when hopefully we have no more world wars. There'll always be conflict, but does it become more of a parade? Is that good? I think it probably is, because it makes people think about what happened and possibly not let it happen again. But on the other hand, I can see the RSL's point of view that it's not what it was originally intended to be, and especially if people start drawing attention to their own causes or their own likes. I've just noticed some cars, some rally cars going down with flags and things, and, you know. And of course, sometimes I find myself wondering what my father would have thought. Would he have liked me to come to the march, you know, to remember the fallen, or would he perhaps have thought, well, it doesn't matter anymore? And so I'm going to ask a few of the people in this battalion what they feel, or others' memory, or
my two brothers and myself were the first three siblings or sons of a unit member to actually join the 2nd 15th and be made honorary members.
And what was his name?
Walt Pamplin was my father.
Oh, okay.
He was a sergeant.
And so when you come, do you come more as more in memory of him, or more to keep the memory alive of both? Yeah, okay.
I feel it should go on, and if one day the government or the powers to be say it's not going to happen, well, you've got to go along with what they say. But
you'd hope it would be because it had become something else that it wasn't meant to be.
That's right, yeah, and if it ever became that, well, I wouldn't want to be associated with it.
I can see it, can't you, that becoming in a long time from now, just a huge parade with batons and twirling and stuff, but maybe not what it was meant to be.
That's right.
And I think that's what they're worried about.
Yeah, I think so. But
what do you think your father might have wished?
Oh, he wanted us to come. That's why he introduced us to the regiment all those years ago.
There you go. This is our top cameraman here, Andrew.
I have two great-grandparents that served during World War II, and I'd just like them to be remembered. So,
descendants, but we're not sure what the protocol is for a unit to march if no veterans are still around. And it's not going to be that many years before we haven't got any vets, because there's only a few left now.
The sacrifice people made in general?
It's twofold in my view. One, it's to honour my father and my uncle's memory, but also to honour all servicemen and women who've served Australia over a number of years.
Interesting question. I marched a few times with Leo at his local club. And he just enjoyed the company and having a beer with friends and family.
So we'd go to the local dawn service. I'd pick him up at 4 a.m. He'd be up at about 2 a.m. Or he'd rarely sleep the night before. And we'd go to the dawn service. We'd then march, just a short march around from the Fairfield RSL, and then we'd have breakfast at Fairfield RSL. And it was a very important day to him. Dad's father was World War I, and Dad's father lost a brother in the Great War, and Dad enlisted in the 2nd 15th with his brother-in-law, his sister's husband, and he didn't come home. He died as a VOW.
That's good.
Be close. Oh, Robin's been coming. No, it's only been about 10.
What, so they only got the men, boys, or?
Yeah, well, it was the sons of the regiment, and then.
And no women.
No women.
So that's changed.
Yeah. Well, we're just trying to keep the regiment name, like the 2nd 15th going. And,
a lot of diggers in our sons.
Yeah, that's right. And we wanted the regiment remembered, and that's why everybody started coming with their wives. And
I should ask, is it this fellow here?
right.
Is that your brother?
That's my dad. Yeah.
I think it's the associates like us will march at the end of the march, so that and I believe this, that the veterans should have pride of place. But while we've got a veteran for the 2nd 15th Field Regiment, we're here to support that veteran.
Now we come into the units, the headquarters 8th Division. Of course, it was the general commanding of Gordon Bennett, who was a controversial figure because he escaped and came back to Australia. 2nd 15th Field Regiment fought in the major battles of the Malayan campaign, and again they suffered terribly after they suffered 3.5 years of captivity in Changi, Burma, Thailand, Borneo and Japan. Now we have a field company of engineers from the ill-fated 8th Division. Veterans there because of the terrible things that happened to them while they were prisoners of war. Now coming behind that, take it to now the
FC Sydney High School marching band, and it's probably appropriate. The drum major is the school captain, and that's Shiming Wang. But again, sound very, very good indeed.
And they have, as we said, a variety of musical instruments, don't they? It's a bit different to some of the older styled marching bands we're used to.
Yes. Yeah, away from the traditional military type bands, yes. They tend to be a full military band with the full range of instruments.
Tell me like all those photos, you think it is like that?
Memory of my father.
Yeah.
But if they didn't allow descendants to come, there'd be no one left in a few years. So
Which is sort of worrying, really.